And if you get Vanessa Bryant pregnant, you become the Black Mamba, okay? You recover the mantle. It's like the Green Lantern ring. Like all the magic, all the work ethic, the mentality, it's all in there. Where else would he leave it?
My honor to introduce my dear friend Pal tonight. Pal was special to Kobe as a teammate, as a man, and as a friend.
And you believe it? The internet is buzzing like crazy. Everyone's whispering that Vanessa Bryant is pregnant with twins. Twins! And as if that wasn't explosive enough, they're also claiming she's finally replaced Kobe. Yeah, they really said it. And what makes this whole mess even messier? The timing couldn't have been worse. While the Bryant family should have been celebrating a massive milestone, Natalia Bryant graduating from USC with honors, the spotlight did a sharp turn. Boom! All eyes suddenly locked on Vanessa's belly instead of Natalia's big achievement. This was supposed to be Natalia's moment. Her proud walk across the stage, a beautiful victory after everything she's been through, but nope, that pride was buried under layers of speculation, gossip, and some downright disrespectful drama. Photos started popping up like wildfire, zoomed in shots, TikToks calling it a soft launch. There's wild theories swirling all over social media. Then came the sources talking about everything from baby daddies to betrayal. And in the middle of all that chaos, Vanessa stayed silent. But that silence, it got twisted into a whole scandal on its own. And poor Natalia, she ended up caught in the crossfire like some kind of collateral damage. The fans didn't stop there. They started dragging Kobe's legacy into this circus. Outrageous claims flew everywhere, questioning who Vanessa's been with, tossing out names like Candy. NBA legends, celeb family friends, nobody was off limits. The gossip got brutal. And Natalia, she just had to sit there and watch her spotlight get snatched in real time. Her crash out had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with school. Let's rewind a little and talk about how it all started. Natalia Bryant, just 21, had climbed one of the biggest mountains in her life, graduating college with honors, not just any college, USC. That's huge for anyone. But for her, that degree symbolized so much more. She didn't just finish school, she made it through with the weight of unimaginable grief on her shoulders. She's been mourning her father, her little sister, all while carrying her family's name with dignity and pride. She stood tall, she walked that stage like the powerhouse she is. And for a brief, beautiful moment, people were happy for her. Social media showed love, celebrities sent congratulations. Taylor Swift even surprised the family with some thoughtful gifts. It felt like things were finally turning around for the Bryants. Like after everything they'd endured, maybe they were getting a bit of peace. But it didn't last. Barely a week passed before the rumors exploded. And just like that, Natalia's big moment got stolen. All of a sudden, no one was talking about her achievement. The entire internet pivoted to Vanessa Bryant's stomach. That's when the headlines hit. Vanessa is pregnant. That was it. That sentence set the internet on fire.
Vanessa Bryant pregnant? I ain't want to be in my business, but what the fuck? You telling me Kobe Bryant's wife, ex-wife, is pregnant with somebody else's baby? What the bomber clot? You nah be serious. You can't be serious.
The narrative flipped faster than anyone could blink. 1 second it was, congrats Natalia, and the next it was, who's Vanessa sleeping with now? News outlets transformed into gossip blogs overnight. People weren't just nosy, they were nasty. They started saying Vanessa was replacing Kobe, throwing that dagger right into the middle of Natalia's moment. Seriously, how is this young woman supposed to enjoy her success when the world's too busy dissecting her mom's womb and her dad's memory? She's 21 years old. She's already endured more tragedy than most of us could imagine, and now she has to watch the internet tear her mom apart while reducing Kobe's legacy to some meme-worthy headline? It's no surprise people say she crashed out. She barely had time to exhale before getting dragged into another storm. And the so-called evidence didn't take long to show up. Photos started circling online, people zooming in on Vanessa's waist, slowing down every video clip, playing detective like they were running a full-blown investigation. It turned into CSI Vanessa Bryant. The jokes started flying too. Mean, nasty, and totally uncalled for.
And if you get Vanessa Bryant pregnant, you become the Black Mamba, okay? You recover the mantle. It's like the Green Lantern ring. Like all the magic, all the work ethic, the mentality, it's all in there. Where else would he leave it?
Sure, some of it was funny, but hold up. Vanessa hadn't even said a word about dating. Not a single hint. No soft launch selfies, no mystery man popping up in the background of a beach photo, not even a subtle flirty emoji, nothing. And still, the internet acted like they cracked some top secret scandal. So, what did Vanessa do? She snapped back with style. She jumped on Instagram and posted 2 killer memes. The first one, a picture of Rihanna wearing goggles and flipping the bird. The caption, me protecting my peace, not pregnant and having fun all summer. The second, I'm not mean, I'm just not the one. Oof, that was classic Vanessa, cool, sharp, and straight to the point. But instead of shutting everyone up, it poured fuel on the fire. People dug in deeper. Some believed she was just trying to protect her privacy. Others accused her of lying. The comment sections exploded. One user wrote, according to statistics, she waited much longer than most men would. Let that woman live, it's no one's business. Another got bolder, not a fan of her or her ex-husband, but she's not cheating, she's a widow. Black men are just mad because she got the bag and is allowed to move on with her non-brick life. It was messy, ugly, and completely unnecessary. And now it wasn't just about Vanessa anymore. These rumors were landing right on her daughters, especially Natalia. Think about it. When the world starts yelling that your mom is trying to replace your dad, that's not just messy, that's traumatic. And then came the baby daddy rumors. Because of course, people couldn't stop at just asking if she was pregnant. They wanted to know who did it. Who could possibly replace Kobe Bryant? It all started with whispers about Rob Pelinka. If you follow basketball, you already know. Rob wasn't just Kobe's agent. He was a close family friend. He helped Kobe with off-the-court business and was there through the years. So yeah, people raised their eyebrows.
Vanessa Bryant and Rob Pelinka picture goes viral, and a lot of people are speculating about if Rob Pelinka and Vanessa Bryant are, know what I mean? Rob Pelinka, you thought you got away with it, but you ain't get away with it. No!
All it took was one sweet birthday tribute from Vanessa to Rob, a couple of photos and a kind caption, and suddenly the internet lost its mind. People were analyzing everything, but here's the kicker. Rob's married, publicly and happily, with kids. So while their bond runs deep, there's never been any confirmation of anything romantic. Still, the rumors bubbled, and then came the next bombshell. Pau Gasol. Now this one, it had the blogs in a chokehold. Ever since Kobe's passing, Pau has been there for the Bryant family. Not just once, but constantly. Holidays, dinners, special moments. He even honored Gigi's memory in the most touching ways. And Vanessa? She's always introduced him with warmth and respect.
My honor to introduce my dear friend Pau tonight. Pau was special to Kobe, as a teammate, as a man, and as a friend.
But then came Valentine's Day. Pau sent Vanessa white roses. Not red, but still, it was Valentine's Day. The internet exploded. What kind of friend sends flowers to a widow on that day? People didn't hold back. They were convinced there was something going on.
Paul Gasol surprises Vanessa Bryant with some beautiful white roses, and everybody think it's just okay because, you know, they're just friends. There's nothing going on. No, 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 no.
And now the questions weren't just about if Vanessa was pregnant. They were about who got her pregnant. But these weren't innocent questions. They were framed like some sort of twisted contest, like the world was trying to measure every man against Kobe Bryant. That's where this gossip really turned cruel, because when people start treating Vanessa's private life like some public referendum, it stops being about curiosity and turns into control. These folks weren't just speculating, they were trying to gatekeep her healing, trying to decide for her who's worthy of replacing the man they turned into a legend. And while they're busy debating if Paul or Rob is the chosen one, they're forgetting something crucial. This isn't a reality show. This is real life with real grief, real trauma, and real human beings trying to survive it all. To really get why this hits so hard, especially in Los Angeles, you have to understand who Kobe Bryant was to that city. As one Reddit user put it, Kobe is a deity in LA. He's not just admired, he's worshipped. There is no other sports figure in LA or arguably in the country that holds that level of reverence. Not Jeter in New York, not LeBron in Cleveland, not even Jordan in Chicago. So now, 5 years later, when rumors surface about Vanessa possibly moving on, many fans, especially men, treat it like a betrayal. Like her healing is a direct insult to their grief, which is absolutely wild when you really stop and think about it. Because Vanessa, she never asked to be in the spotlight. She wasn't chasing fame. She was just Kobe's wife, a mother, and after one of the worst tragedies imaginable, she became a widow. She spent the last few years grieving publicly and privately, and yet people, mostly men, act like she owes them something. Like her grief has to follow their timeline. Like she must stay stuck in mourning, so their fantasy of eternal love remains untouched. Some even said she should never date again, that she should remain a widow forever, just to honor Kobe's legacy. Really? That's her job now. To live in eternal sadness so fans can preserve their illusion of the perfect couple? And what's worse, that pressure doesn't stop at Vanessa. It flows right into Natalia. Because now that some fans feel Vanessa is disrespecting Kobe's memory by possibly moving on, they've turned their eyes to Natalia, expecting her to pick up that torch. Every move she makes, who she talks to, what she wears, how she smiles, gets scrutinized under the heavy lens of her father's legacy. Even though she hasn't said a single word publicly about any of this, people keep projecting their own beliefs and expectations onto her silence. And before anyone starts crying that Vanessa owes Kobe eternal loyalty, let's not forget the truth about that marriage. Because it wasn't some fairy tale. It was messy, complicated, human. Kobe met Vanessa when she was just 17 years old, still in high school. He was 21, already an NBA star. They met on a music video set. Sparks flew. They fell hard and fast. Within months, they were engaged. A year later, married. But it wasn't all roses. In 2003, Kobe was accused of. The case was eventually dropped, but not before he publicly admitted to cheating on Vanessa. And worse, he admitted the woman involved didn't see it as consensual. The scandal rocked their marriage and the world.
One thing that you did write about in the book, and that has been highlighted, is case. Mm-hmm. And you had made a TikTok on it saying, basically, you know, if you read the details of the investigation and of the allegations, a lot of it is tied to Kobe and his personality, and there's some awkwardness in there. Can you explain some of that and kind of what you found out from reading that investigation?
Yeah, well, I actually went to Eagle, Colorado, where it took place, and spoke with a lot of people. And it's interesting. Like, do I think Kobe raped this woman? Yes. Do I think Kobe thought he was raping this woman? No. And I know that sounds like a cop-out answer, but I don't mean it that way.
It was one of the darkest chapters of Kobe's career. Vanessa, meanwhile, stood by him quietly. No interviews, no statements, no public drama, just quiet strength. Kobe, in his own way, tried to make amends with tears, public apologies, and a $4 million 0 cents apology ring. Yes, $4 million. Their marriage wasn't built on perfection. It was built on forgiveness, struggle, and the will to stay together through the storms. And through it all, Vanessa protected Kobe's image fiercely. No tell-all interviews, no salacious books, no revenge tour, just grace. So when people online start saying she should stay single forever out of respect, what are they really saying? Because if anyone showed loyalty, it was her. She didn't stay for clout. She stayed for her family, for her daughters, for the life they built together, flawed as it was. And through every heartbreak, rumor, and tragedy, one truth has remained. The Bryant women are not alone. Because while trolls scream from the comment section, there are people, real ones, who've stood by this family from the beginning. People who didn't need the cameras to show up. People who didn't need a trending topic to send their love. This is where we talk about found family, the kind that sticks with you when your whole world shatters. Shaquille O'Neal, always there. No drama, no shade. Just quiet support and a steady present.
You got Natalia and those two little babies?
Always. Listen, babies, they don't call me Uncle Shaq for a reason. You call me up, you find me, I'm not hard to find, I'll do whatever y'all need.
And of course, Posasoni, his name might have gotten tangled up in those baby daddy rumors, but if you really look at his relationship with the Bryant family, it goes way deeper than gossip. After Kobe's death, Powell didn't just send flowers once and vanish. He's shown up, over and over again. Family dinners, holidays, special anniversaries. And when he and his wife had a daughter, they honored Gigi's memory in the most beautiful way.
Gasol writing, our little one has finally arrived, Elizabeth Gianna Gasol. A very meaningful name for our super beautiful daughter, hashtag girl dad. And if that wasn't enough, they also asked Vanessa Bryant to be Elizabeth's godmother, an honor that she happily accepted. Vanessa writing, my goddaughter is here. Congratulations, Pao and Kat. Love you three so much. So touched by your request to honor my Gigi.
This right here, this is what really matters. Not who posted what, not who zoomed in on Vanessa's stomach, not the endless Reddit threads. This, real connection, real care, is what gets a family through hell. Because while the lawsuits, media circus, and endless headlines try to pull them under, Vanessa, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri have created something stronger. A circle, a sacred space, and in moments like this, when the world turns on them all over again, that circle becomes their lifeline. Whether Vanessa is pregnant or not doesn't change the truth. The world keeps proving again and again that grief and fame are a brutal mix. That no matter how far the Bryant women come, someone's always lurking, ready to pull them back into the past. And if the price of healing is public outrage, then what happens when they finally stop asking for permission to live? Because let's be honest, these women survived the unthinkable. And what happens when surviving isn't enough anymore? What happens when they decide to reach for joy again, to take back their narrative, to fall in love, to build something new? Maybe it's not about replacing Kobe. Maybe it never was. Maybe it's just about moving forward with grace, with love, with strength, the same way Vanessa has done all along. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't forget, smash that like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.